Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Welcome to a new week, a new day. I have been filming since morning today. I had a very productive Monday. It's a Monday. I know since we're in quarantine, most of us sort of have lost track of what day it is. In fact, even I end up losing track of what day we're really in. But then I try to sort of still follow a schedule and try to be productive on weekdays and have a nice Sunday. I am so happy to say that I'm actually happy to finally commit to you guys that I'm going to be posting at least twice a week. So I've decided to sort of follow a schedule here on YouTube. I'm planning to post every Wednesday and Saturday. Let me know what you guys think. I just thought of finally committing here on YouTube and at least posting 2 videos a week, if not more, because I'm actually loving this, guys. I've been loving YouTube, and especially since I've had more time in my hand. We've all been in quarantine, obviously. I've been creating a lot of videos and I've actually been really enjoying it. So yeah, I thought of committing to 2 days here on YouTube. Let me know what you think of Wednesday and Saturday. I'm gonna stop talking now and get into the video. So a lot of you guys here on YouTube on my channel are new, in the sense that I've been getting a lot of new subscribers here, which is great. Thank you so much, guys. And in case and a lot of you guys I feel are not following me on Instagram, so which means you don't really know me, because if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you probably know me by now. But if you are new here, you probably don't know anything about me, which is why I thought the best way to sort of get to know each other is maybe to do a Q&A. I have done a video previously on my YouTube where I spoke about a couple of facts. Like I did a 21 facts about me kind of a video. I think I don't even know the number, but yeah, I did a facts video. So I feel like if you guys want to go and watch that, do that. Go and watch it. But I didn't want to follow the same format and do another facts video, so I figured let's do a Q&A. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, let's do this. The introduction has been quite long, so I'm going to stop talking and get into the video. So I basically posted a story this morning where I asked you guys to ask me anything, basically. I haven't really gone through any of these questions yet, but let's do this right now, and I'm just going to pick questions at random and start answering them. I think I'm going to scroll all the way down and then answer the questions that came in first. Okay, so the first question I'm going to answer here is by Ria. Her question to me is, how do you maintain your body weight? So to be honest, like I haven't really weighed myself in a very long time. I think it's been about 2 years or so that I've even gone on a weighing scale, because first of all, I don't work out at the gym. I work out outdoors with my trainer, or like I do a lot of outdoor workouts in general, like running or whatever, even when I'm not training with my trainer. So I haven't really been around a weighing scale, and also I don't really like going on the weighing scale because I feel like it's very confusing, because especially when you're sort of lifting weights, you tend to put on muscle weight, and that can be very confusing. So that doesn't really determine how fit you are. So I just like to sort of go by how I feel in general, like how I'm feeling about my body. So I like to see the inches more than the body weight. So I haven't really weighed myself, but I think your question in general was, how do I maintain myself? So it's just about following the right kind of lifestyle. Of course, I do love my cheat days, I do love my cheat meals, but for the majority part of it, I like to sort of eat right, work out as often as I can, drink water, stuff like that. So basically just adapting a good lifestyle. How often do you cook? Never. So actually, when I was living in London on my own, when I was studying there, I actually began cooking, and I could cook a lot of things. Like I used to watch videos and get recipes from my mom, and I could follow them quite well. So I feel like the day I start cooking, I'm going to be a good cook. But right now in my house, I don't cook because my mom cooks, or we have a cook that cooks. So I don't really get the chance to go to the kitchen. But there are times when I make salads and soups for myself. So those kind of things I can still make, but I have to admit, I haven't really gotten around cooking just yet, so I don't cook. Give tips for long distance relationships. Alright, so again, in case you guys don't know, Siddharth and I, Siddharth's my fiance now, not my boyfriend. I keep forgetting I need to call him my fiance, which is so weird. I still call him my boyfriend, but yeah, Siddharth, my fiance. We've been together for 11 years, like we started dating way back, and yeah, we were in a long distance for a good 5 years. He was in Bangalore for 4 years, and then I went to London for a year, about a year. So we were pretty much in a long distance for 5 years. So how did we do it? Basically, we didn't really go into the long distance relationship really questioning it. Like, we just went for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've noticed a lot of couples that do long distance relationships sort of really question it and, are really worried that how will they really do it. But I remember Siddharth and I, we never questioned it. We never went like, okay, are we going to be able to do it? Because my personal thinking is that, when you love someone, it shouldn't really matter where they are, like you're gonna love them regardless. So for me, it was pretty unconditional even then. We were just in a 2 year long relationship back then, after which we went in the long distance relationship. So even then, I felt like I just loved him in a way that I didn't want to question the fact that am I going to be able to love him in the same way if he's not around me as much. So yeah, we just were pretty mature back then about it, honestly, and we just went ahead with it, and it worked out. And I felt like every time he came back to Bombay from Bangalore, the excitement to meet him would be way more because I would see him after 4 to 6 months each time. So yeah, I feel like it was quite exciting, in fact. But now I can't do long distance, honestly, because right now I put a story yesterday saying that this quarantine feels like long distance because I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks now, and I feel like I'm going crazy. So yeah. um What kind of a guy is Siddharth? I mean, I don't really know how to answer that. What kind of a guy is Siddharth? I feel like I should do a Q&A with Siddharth. He's very awkward in front of the camera. Like, I tried doing a Q&A with him a while back when we were in Abu Dhabi, but he just gets very awkward in front of the camera. But I'm going to try and get him to do a Q&A for you guys. I think that'll be fun. But to answer this question, what kind of a guy is Siddharth? He's just the sweetest guy. He's very caring. For him, like, it's the small things that matter. He's not someone who will do big romantic gestures ever, but I feel like the small things that he does for me really speaks volumes. He's very kind, he's super ambitious. I mean, I'm obviously just gonna say nice things about him because he's my fiance, but yeah, he's a great guy, and he's basically the clown of our group. So he loves to like fool around. He's very outgoing. Like, I'm quite of an introvert. I don't like to go out as much, but he loves to party. He loves to go out. Like, he can be friends with just about everyone. So he's a very people's person as well. What do you do with excess clothing? Any tips? Yeah, I mean, wardrobe cleanouts are very important. Because of my job, I end up getting. I mean, first of all, I already love shopping, but because of my job, of course, I have to keep getting new clothes to create content for you guys. So yeah, I mean, after a point, I do like to do wardrobe cleanouts, and I try to donate as much as possible. So there are a couple of charity organizations that my sister-in-law and I love to sort of work with. So we try to donate to those organizations at least thrice a year. So yeah, I try to do that. And one very important tip that I'd like to give you guys about donating clothes is that when you're donating clothes, just be very careful about where you're donating what. So for example, I have certain clothes that are a little like skin showy. It's a little like, for example, a short dress or certain things that won't make sense to get donated to an old age home or maybe to an orphanage where there are younger kids. So I try to send my clothes where girls can actually wear, like girls my age or something of that sort, because a lot of times people just try to collect clothes and send it all to one organization in general, and maybe that organization only caters to like kids. So what would they do of my clothes? So I try to send my clothes where people can actually use them, if that makes sense. Funniest or most embarrassing memory with Siddharth? Honestly, there are so many. Like, he's a clown. Like, we keep doing silly things. But I think one memory that I'll never forget is during a very early phase of our relationship. Like, we were in the 11th or 12th standard, I think. We were in the same college. So he was in the science section and I was doing arts. And we all had our exams, okay? And we were the kids who would enter college late even during exams. Like, we just had this big silly group. And we would do all these weird things. So yeah, we were late for the exam. We were running into the hall and I accidentally entered Siddharth's class. I went and sat on a bench that happened to be empty where I would sit normally if it was my classroom. And Siddharth's just outside thinking that what the hell am I doing? And I've actually just gone and sat in his class. I got the paper and I've already written my name, and Siddharth's just standing out, and I didn't really realize he was still waiting for me outside. And then after some time I realized that shit, I'm in the wrong class and I should probably leave. And yeah, that was really embarrassing. So then I just got up, I did this and I left, and then Siddharth entered the class. So that was a very, very, very funny day, and yeah, that is one memory that I will never forget. Okay, this is a very interesting question. Why do brands collaborate with particular bloggers and not all? So what I've realized is it's all about building relationships, right? So like, even for me, like not just from a brand's point of view, it's about building a relationship with the brand. So I'd rather work with a bunch of brands that I really relate to rather than working with 10 brands from the same category. Similarly, for a brand, they would rather work with influencers that really connect to the brand rather than working with 10-15 influencers who probably don't really care about the brand as much. So for example, for me, Nike and Maybelline are brands that I really resonate with and connect with, and I've really built a relationship with those brands over time, and I really have connected with the people behind the brands. So yeah, so every time they have new launches, I would actually genuinely get excited about those launches because I love the brand, and now I really feel for the brand as well. So that, if that makes sense. So the bigger brands try to build relationships with influencers rather than just working with 10-15 influencers at once and not really getting anything out of it. Okay, I have a lot of questions for Sid here, like Sid related questions or fitness related questions. I feel that has been the theme of all these questions so far. So I definitely want to do a Q&A with Sid, but I don't really know when I can do that anymore because it depends on when the whole quarantine phase gets through. But when are you and Sid getting married? So I'm not gonna give out the date just yet or the month, but it's next year. It's not this year. So yeah, it's somewhere in 2021. But you guys will know soon when the date is finalized. The date is finalized, honestly, but I just don't want to give it away just yet. I will tell you guys soon. How are you doing your eyebrows during quarantine? Oh my god, like I got very lucky, guys. So I have been doing my full body laser treatment, and I'm gonna talk about that again on my channel soon because I'm actually recording the whole process of doing my full body laser treatments. So I'm doing 6 sessions and I've done 4 so far, and it's been amazing, guys. So I feel very happy that I was doing it because I've literally had no hair on my body since I've been in quarantine, which is amazing, and I've not had to shave or whatever. And even when it comes to my eyebrows, I've sort of done the laser on my forehead, so the only place where I get extra hair is under my eyebrows. So I've been tweezing this part, but on my forehead or here I've not been getting any hair, or even my upper lip, because I've lasered my face. So it's been amazing so far. I can't recommend doing full body laser hair removal enough. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, if you guys are interested, you should totally sort of look into it. I've been doing it from Metamorphosis Clinic. It's very close to my house, and they have a bunch of clinics around Mumbai. So yeah, you guys can check them out because the staff has been amazing. I've been loving the whole treatment and the procedure. So yeah, it's been great. So I've been hair free this whole quarantine, which is perfect. What are your monthly expenses? That's very interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to give away figures, but I'm going to talk about the kind of expenses I have. First of all, I have salaries to pay. Like, I have 4 people that work in my team, so I have to pay their salaries. That's the biggest part of my expense. Besides that, my photographers, my editors, travel expenses. When I have meetings, I usually pay for the meetings. Shoot expenses. A lot of times a couple of shoots that I do are quite extravagant, so we end up booking hotel rooms for the shoot. Sometimes we have hair and makeup, so I end up paying them. So those kind of expenses are usually the kind of expenses I have. And personal expenses are honestly not as much because I don't really end up going out as much besides work. So usually when I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm usually just hanging out at one of our houses. Or then when I'm taking trips, when I'm traveling, then I end up spending a lot on shopping and food. But otherwise, the main part of my expenses are basically salaries. How to remove skin tan? So honestly, like, I don't really focus on removing skin tan. Like, I focus on protecting my skin, like especially when I'm traveling. I try to wear sunblock as much as possible, especially on my face. But besides that, I don't really focus on like removing tan. Like, I know there are a lot of remedies like applying yogurt to your skin or lime to your skin, but I don't end up doing any of that because I kind of like my tan skin. Like, I'm never gonna not have a tan on my body, to be honest, because I'm always in the sun, either shooting in the sun or traveling or whatever. I'm always in the sun. So there's literally never been a point in my life where I've not had tan or discolored skin. So right now I just like to embrace it. I don't really try to remove my tan. I like my skin. I'm brown and proud, to be honest, guys. So when I was younger, I was quite conscious about my skin color, like, typical Indian aunties telling you that you're not good enough, or people prioritizing having fair skin. But with time, I've become very confident in my skin. I love my brown skin. And yeah, I feel like every skin color is great, and I'm really not bothered about removing my tan. In fact, I feel like when I travel, people find my tan very exotic, and people actually want this color on their skin. So yeah, I just like to embrace my tan, and you should too. That was the bell. Alright, the next question is any bra boob tape hacks and tips? I get a lot of questions about this, but honestly, I go braless most of the times. Like, I prefer not wearing a bra in general. For me, maybe luckily I have smaller boobs, so I can get away with it, but most of the time I just don't wear a bra. And I don't really like wearing bras with wires or padded bras at all. So even when I'm wearing a bra, I'm usually wearing the thin bras, which are usually just like cloth bras. Depending on what the outfit is like, but on my day-to-day outfits, like when I'm just like going out and about, I like wearing loose things, so I can get away with not wearing a bra. Like even right now, I'm actually not wearing a bra because this top is like quite straight. So if I would wear a strapless bra, it would just look a little weird. So I feel like I can just get away without wearing a bra. So that's the biggest thing that I do. But I feel like again for this topic, I'll have to maybe do a video talking about different hacks and tips for going braless, or what are the other alternatives for not wearing a bra. What is the secret of your glowing skin, guys? Listen, my skin is not perfect. I still have a lot of scarring from my acne. But what I've noticed is what works best for me is honestly keeping a simple skincare routine that I actually follow. So moisturizing my skin is very important. Scrubbing my skin twice a week is very important for me. Maybe doing a mask every now and then when I feel like I've worn a lot of makeup and my skin needs to get detoxed. When my skin needs some detoxification, I do like a clay mask maybe once a week. Having a lot of water. So guys, I have to show you this actually. Alright. So this is the water bottle that I have with me right now. It's heavy AF and I've hardly had water today, but I will. I know I will get through it. This is a 3-liter bottle that I sort of refill every morning, and I try to finish this 3-liter bottle every single day, and I actually do it. I end up doing it because I sleep late actually, so from the time I wake up to the time I sleep, I end up finishing 3 liters of water. So try to do something like that. So I feel like having a lot of water also helps. And I know this bottle is a plastic bottle, a lot of people are going to point it out, but I haven't really found an alternative which is a 3-liter bottle that's not plastic. So yeah, but I'm gonna be reusing this plastic constantly. It's not like I'm wasting it, or I'm not using like a plastic bottle, a new plastic bottle every day. So I feel like this is still fine. So yeah, please don't comment about that because I know it's a plastic bottle and I'm trying to be as aware as possible. What kind of makeup do you apply when you have a light day? I honestly just wear concealer. Like when I'm, in fact, when I'm not shooting, when I'm doing anything, I just like to wear concealer under my eyes, and if I have any spots, just cover those spots with concealer. But I can't get out of my house without doing my brows. I love like shaping my brows, and then I'll wear mascara, I'll do a little blush and a lip color. So that's like my basic makeup. So it's barely like 5 steps: concealer, mascara, eyebrows, blush and lips. Just 5 steps. If you weren't related to fashion, which other field would you like to be in? That's interesting. If I wasn't in fashion, I'd definitely be working in some sort of a business. I love running a business. I love the idea of coming up with new ways of selling things. So I'd definitely be running a business of any kind, to be honest. I would love to sell just about anything, but I'd love to run a business. So definitely if I wasn't in fashion, I'd be selling something, maybe cosmetics. What do you notice in a guy first? What do I notice in a guy first? To be honest, guys, I don't know the last time I noticed a guy in that way, because I started dating someone at the age of 14, so haven't really noticed guys in that way. But if I had to really put a finger on something, I would say his personality. Like, I really think if a guy can talk really well, if he can really entertain people and like keep everyone sort of sort of hold a conversation with people. I feel like that's what I feel is attractive in a guy. So for me, it's not about the looks, it's not about anything, it's honestly about his personality. And the second thing that I would say is very attractive when it comes to guys is the way they smell. So if a guy smells good, I think that's very attractive. Does age matter in relationships? What are your views? I mean, Siddharth and I are just 1 year apart. He's just 1 year older to me, and academically we're the same batch, so I wouldn't really know. But honestly, we live in 2021 now, guys. Oh no, we live in 2020, not 2021. Yeah, I'm just like dying to go to 2021 right now. But yeah, we live in 2020, guys. Come on, age doesn't matter. Look at Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, and look at so many other popular couples that show that age doesn't really matter. My parents are 10 years apart, by the way. My mom is 10 years younger than my dad. I mean, why am I even going to Priyanka Chopra? I should talk about my own parents. Don't think age really matters. It's all about the love. I am a big romantic person. Like, I am all about the romance. I'm all about, like, you know, those mushy things. So for me, it's just about love. It's not about the age, it's not about the race, it's not about what religion you're from. None of that matters to me. It's about love. I'm that person. So yeah, age doesn't matter. I think I'll do 2 more questions because I've already answered quite a few. Okay, this is a very funny question, actually, something that I think I relate to. Marwadi families are generally conservative with clothes. Did you ever face such situations with Sid's family? Okay, so I am a Maharashtrian and Sindhi. My mom is Sindhi, my dad is a Maharashtrian. They're super chill. Like, my parents have been very, like, you know, they trust me, they trust my choices. And Siddharth is a Marwadi, and luckily for me, Siddharth is also very supportive. Like, he's all about you do you. He doesn't care about what people think, which is very important. So, no, I've not had any issues. And also, like, his mom now obviously knows what I do. She now follows me on Instagram as well, so they're aware about what I do and they're very supportive. They're in fact very proud of what I do. So yeah, I've been very lucky and blessed from all sides of my family, and no, I've never had issues with what I wear through my family. Like, my family is very chill. Are you excited to get married? No, yeah, I mean, it's like mixed feelings, right? Like, imagine having to leave your house. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Having to leave your house or parents and going and living in a completely different house forever. I mean, it's just a weird thought. So right now I'm not really thinking too much about it. I'm just going with the flow. And yeah, I'm not excited or not sad about it. I'm just going with the flow. I'm definitely very excited to spend my life with Siddharth. I'm very excited to finally be with him for good, because we've been dating for so long. Like, now it's about time. But a lot is gonna change, so I've not really had the time to think about how I'm feeling about it. I'm just going with the flow. So many questions, guys. I don't know which one to pick. What's your favorite food? Ooh, if I had to say one thing, it would be sai bhaji and rice. Like, I love home food. I love my plain Indian home food. So if I had to pick one food that I could eat for the rest of my life, it would be sai bhaji and rice. Comment down below if you guys know what sai bhaji is, or if you're Sindhi. Or varan bhat, because I'm also Marathi, so varan bhat, like dal and rice. So anything of that sort. I love my Indian comfort food. Okay, I think I'm going to end this Q&A with one last question. It is a heavy-handed question, but let's answer it. Your views on how this pandemic would affect the fashion industry, example in terms of market disruption, etc. So guys, honestly, the pandemic right now has affected every industry. It's not just the fashion industry, it's not just what I do as an influencer, it's affected every industry. Like, if I'm talking about my own job, honestly, obviously all of my collaborations are on a hold right now, because none of the brands know that when can they actually go ahead and launch the products that they want to promote. Or all my events are obviously on a hold or have been postponed. So in terms of my job, it's very uncertain as well. Everything is on a hold right now, but it's not just my job. Every job, businesses are on hold. But the only way to deal with it is, once the pandemic gets over, is to basically focus on buying things from your local vendors more, traveling more locally, just trying to raise your own economy in the best possible way, rather than spending your money abroad for a while. Let's spend our money within our country. That's probably going to help more. So yeah, I feel that is one way. And honestly, we'll all just have to be patient. We'll all have to lift ourselves back up. And the economy worldwide has been affected, and it's not just a certain industry. So I guess that's the only way to deal with it right now. But yeah, let's just focus on buying locally and spending our money locally way more at this point. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. There were so many questions that I wasn't able to answer, unfortunately. But if you guys want me to do more Q&As in the future, let me know. I feel like the next Q&A that I want to do is more topic focused. We can maybe pick a topic together. You guys can maybe leave comments down below suggesting what topic you want me to talk on, and then we can maybe talk about that particular topic. It could be makeup, it could be fitness, it could be relationships, it could be travel, finance, anything, stuff like that. So let's pick a topic and we can do a Q&A next week based on that topic. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe, guys, and show me some love. And now that I'm going to be posting more often, now that I have a schedule, don't forget to hit the bell button down below. Am I saying it right? Yeah. Hit the bell button down below so that you get notified every time I post a video. So I think that'll be cool. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed the video.